And the last time I talked to you was when you're making a Cole Porter movie. Yeah, that was with the great Tubby Garron, Bing.
Oh, the indefatigable song plugger. He was really a character. Someday I'm going to have to write a book about him, or at least a piece for Reader's Digest. You know, they have a section there in there, the most unforgettable man I ever knew. He'd sure qualify. The drive and the con he could give you,
He's a liar,
the artifices he'd employ to get a song of his on a program were unbelievable. And he was entertaining, always good for a laugh.
And a great guy.
Yeah.
He was an honest
He's retired
comment.
now, but he's taking his ease down in Hollywood. I think he had about 50, 60 years song plugging, so, you know, he goes back through some wonderful eras.
You know, that's really a lost art now. Music has changed so much, Bing. That isn't around anymore, the great song.
No, they don't do it at all anymore. All these songs, the kids write them, I guess, and they're writing some pretty good ones, too.
What do you vote about the music today, Bing? Do you
I think it's quite marvelous. At first, I didn't like it. You know, I'm going back 6, 7 years ago, and it was just noise with sort of an infectious beat, but as these young people progressed, they got a little more expert on their instruments, and they learned about harmony and composition, and now they're writing some beautiful things. The Beatles, some of those things they write now are wonderful, and the Fifth Dimension and the Association and the Establishment, great groups. They sing beautifully.
Some of those Beatles songs, I can hear you doing things like that.
I made an album of a bunch of them. It isn't out yet. It should be out next month. Of a lot of their things, Hey Jude, and that's the only one of their things, but Little Green Apples and Straight Life, and I forget them all. But they're songs of this period. Done in that vein. I don't do them as well as they do, but some guy with more courage and prudence thought I ought to make an album of some of this stuff, so he put up the loot, and we went ahead and did it. I don't know how to do it.
Well, you always had, I always thought, Bing, you always had a kind of a cadence and a kind of a feel that lent itself almost to a country western kind of swinging, easy.
Well, I did a lot of those things for Jack Kapp and Decca. I can't think of the names of them, but they were the kind of things they're singing now, and that was 20 years ago, I guess, 25 maybe.
How about the golf game? Now, you can't hustle me because I saw your handicap.
What's your handicap? Tell the truth.
My handicap is I show up.
A golf course.
Last time I saw you were a 2 at Cypress.
Oh, that's many years ago. I'm a rep. Oh, I guess I could be a 6 now if I had a couple of days to warm up. You get limber. I could shoot to a 6.
How is Robert shooting? Is he playing?
He's about a 10, and he shoots every time he gets a chance, but I don't know when that is. He works so hard.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing I got to bring up. He's always kidding you, and he's doing the one-liners about you falling off your wallet and everything.
Oh, yeah.
There's a new article in Look, and I think the cover says the $150 million industry, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah. On the TV Guide, isn't it? Yeah. I haven't read it yet.
No, and Look. I think it's a Look magazine, yeah. And it tells all about what he has done. And what he was rated recently as one of the top 30 rich men in the world.
Who, Hope or me? Hope is the richest. He is loaded. He could give Paul Getty cards and spades.
Yeah, he's just hiding a little something.
He's got it all over. He's got more real estate in North Hollywood, and he bought it when he bought it right, you know. Yeah. You just cracking about the wallet reminds me of a switch on that joke that happened to me in Ireland. I was over there see a horse of ours run that I had an interest in the Irish Derby. And happily he won it. So I was elected to go out in the steward's stand and receive the cup. There's a tremendous crowd there, I guess 30, 40,000 people. And they all came down around the stand there, and I took the cup after a speech from the Lord Mayor of Dublin, and they said, "Sing, Bong, sing, we can probably sing a song. Would you sing a song?" So the only song I could think of was When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. And I broke into that, and I started singing, and after the first couple of bars, there was some little Irishman deep in the crowd, kept hollering, "I can't see you, Bing, I can't see you." And I put up with this for another 8 bars, and then I stopped. I said, "What do you want me to do?" He said, "Would you ever stand on your wallet?" It's kind of a switch on Hope.
He's heard Hope work.
He must have got the routine from Hope. Or it got a big yell, as you can imagine.
You're beautiful. Bing, thanks so much for taking time.
Thanks for coming down, Russ, you and the crew.
And please, I hope we do
enjoyed meeting your wife, and I'll be looking at the programs, and if I get any, I do get a lot of appeals from kids that want to know things, and if I think they have merit, well, I'll ship them on down to you.
You've got a pretty important talent scout working for us, then, Bing.
Yeah, I'll be looking out.
Thanks.
It'll give me a chance to find a place for some of these kids.
You can come by and see the show one day.
I'd love to
have you by.
What time you do it?
6 to 7:30.
That's just before my bedtime. I can just make it. I'll eat early. I'll eat early dinner. I generally eat at 6. I'll eat at 5.
We'll have a little snack for you in a happy snacky room.
Great. You have a little portable?
Oh, sure. I got that.
A little toddy for the body.
You have to warm.
Okay, I'll be available.
Okay, Bing.
Bye.